that's good. I want girls to shit test me. Because in normal conversation, my abilities relative to a normal guy is only like slightly better. In handling shit tests, my abilities relative to a normal guy is like out of this world better. So if I want to honestly demonstrate to a girl who I am, one of the fastest ways is to get her giving me shit, right? Now, I mean, there's a limit. You don't want to be actually getting rejected, and you don't want to have like explicitly earned the shit by doing something wrong, because then she's justified. But getting shit per se is not a bad thing, right? And being able to handle it and being able to like have some feist and back and forth, it's invaluable, right? The way that you get like 5-minute, 10-minute pulls, the way you get these like really crazy, insane onsets, it's not from having platonic, nice conversation that gradually escalates. It's from like having these fiery, fuck you back, there'll be no fucking tonight, thank you, my dear, kind of sets. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you have to really be willing to do it. You have to actually like, I don't know if you have to like it, but I do, right? I enjoy good shit tests. I enjoy the good banter. I like it when a girl gives me, like if a girl gives me, like truly says something like really like witty and devastating to me, I'm just like, awesome. Well played, I like that. Things like I showed you guys, like watching the comedians get heckled and watching them turn it around, things like that. I always just like, I've always liked those things. I've liked witty comebacks in movies, always. I've liked witty comebacks in books. Like I used to study like famous quotations and like famous quotable people and like the witty comebacks they made and stuff like that. Like the nerdy witty comebacks I could explain to you guys and throw at you guys like right now. I sometimes even use it, right? Like just random stuff. Like this is like from like the 1800s, some quote from some famous like socialite or whatever. He said like, I've had a perfectly wonderful evening, but this wasn't it. Right? Makes sense? I like dumb shit. Or like, there's like a critic, like I literally had a book of these quotes when I was in high school, like high school, early college learning game. Like and dumb little, this I'll never be able to use in set, ever. But the fact that I appreciate it helps me in set. There was like a critic one time who was talking about a performance of like King Lear, or like Henry VIII, or some Shakespeare thing with a king in it. And their critique was, he played the king as though he was afraid someone was going to play the ace, right? Which is like, that's so just devastatingly witty, you know what I mean? Like, I appreciate that. I will never be able to use that in set. There is never gonna be an opportunity to ever use that line in set, but if there is, you better believe I'm gonna just devastate some girl with it, right? So just learning, studying, just appreciating verbal stuff, appreciating wit. And you don't even have to be like, have the most amazing like vocabulary or be the most educated person or the most like verbally adept person for that. But you just have to learn the timing, learn the delivery, and learn the frames, right? And that's not hard, right? Just push pull and tease people in life in general. People appreciate it, right? Don't become the pickup guy that just amogs everyone all the time, because nobody likes that guy, right? But good-naturedly teasing your friends, good-naturedly teasing like the people around you, just like joking around. Like you get in an Uber and like the guy's making conversation with you, like joke around with him. A lot of good delivery is being a bit nonchalant and not giving a fuck, right? Being like, my willingness to walk away is at like, it's like at a 15 out of 10, right? Like legitimately, this is maybe a fucked up, but like even if I'm talking to like a hot girl, and even if it's like almost for sure for sex, as a part of me is like, maybe I should be doing work instead. Like maybe I should, call home and talk to my little boy instead. You know what I mean? There's all these other things that I prioritize very highly that I would drop the girl in a second for. Right. You know what I mean? And so, or like for example, if one of the coaches like needed me for something or whatever, like really needed me, I'd be like, okay, sorry, put that on hold. We're gonna drive and go take care of this other situation. If that fucks up my getting late, I don't care. Right? And so I'm truly ready at any point to drop it, because I truly know that I can go get another girl like any time. Right. It is absolutely not difficult. Right? So, I mean, it really makes a huge difference. And there are a lot of things where girls will absolutely test your frame, and they absolutely will threaten to like walk away. Right. They'll threaten the nuclear option, right? But if you're more willing to walk away than they are, it does a lot for you. I mean, it absolutely really, really does. Right? If a girl's like, I should go, and you're like, okay. If you'd like to, I mean, I'm enjoying hanging out with you, but you are absolutely free to go. Do you want me to walk you out? Right, it's just in subtle ways. Right, so very early on, I am willing to say or imply things like, this probably isn't going to go anywhere. Or I'll say to girls like, I'm not going to know you after tonight anyway, so whatever. Right? Absolutely, I would say that kind of stuff. Right? I'll be like honestly, sometimes I'll be like, actually, I shouldn't tell you that, but fuck it, you know what? I'm never going to see you. Like, we'll never hang out after tonight anyway, so I'm just going to tell you. Right? Stuff like that. Like, I'll indicate there is no future to this. I'll indicate we're walking away. I mean, technically, the false time constraint is that. Hey, I got to go in a minute. Right? It's a very soft version of it, but it is a willingness to walk. Right? Or, I mean, even like, even like a girl says like, just this is joking, right? A girl says where she's from, like, wow, okay, you can go. But why are you still here? And now I'm kidding. And why are you still here? I'm kidding. Why are you still? No, seriously, get out of here. I'm kidding. Stop it, right? But when I said you can go, I actually wasn't kidding. Does that make sense? Yeah. Or I was totally willing that if she did leave, I would deal with it, because I didn't think she would. But if she did, it would be a funny story. If she did, it'd be hilarious, and I'm okay with that. Does that make sense? Yeah. Right. But I'm not like, you can go. Please don't. I'm just like, yeah, all right. Take care. Have a good night.